So March Madness is upon us, which means many fans fill out NCAA Tournament brackets.
And believe it or not, there are some ways to improve your bracket success. With us now is UW-Madison professor Laura Albert McLay. Thanks for being with us again.
Thanks for having me.
You're a professor of industrial and systems engineering.
Yes.
How did this bracketizing thing start?
A lot of what I do is design systems and try to draw conclusions from limited data. And sports is a great vehicle for learning about a lot of rigorous methods that help us draw conclusions about limited data and shed light on how we should make better decisions.
Okay,
There's
a connection.
Let's break this down. What does a number 8 seed for Wisconsin mean? And some people are saying that it just wasn't fair.
It means Wisconsin's going to have a tough path to the Final Four. So the seeds really matter. They tell you who you're going to play. And no one seed has ever been upset in the round of 64. So if they win, they'll have to play the overall number 1 seed, Villanova, next. So that's a tough path.
Of the whole tournament, number 1 seed.
Right.
Villanova, not just a regional one.
Exactly.
Do you anticipate a lot of any upsets this year?
I definitely anticipate upsets. There have been grumbling about a number of the seeds this year, and I've been looking at some of the probabilities. I looked at the 538 model to see just how overwhelming some of these matches are, and it seems like quite a few teams were underseeded, so we can see some upsets.
What are some tips for getting that winning bracket? I know in years past in the newsroom, people go by school color, mascot, right?
Favorite city.
So what would be, we're not I can't even say the word mathematicians. So we would be using our magic 8 ball. So what should we be doing?
You could do all those, but I prefer looking at the math and looking at the numbers a little bit. But it's crazy when you watch the tournament and you see who wins the pool. It seems so random, and it is. But having a good process definitely gives you an edge. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to win, but it does help. So I look at a number of the rankings. I like to look at some of the tools that show the probabilities of teams advancing to different levels in the tournament. That gives me a sense for what's going to happen. I also check injury reports, and the model I mentioned at 538 takes injuries into account. So if a team has a critical injury, you need to know these things, and you're filling out your bracket. And those help me assess just who might make it where.
So does it make sense to pick Villanova to go all the way?
It possibly could, but usually the overall favorite team doesn't win. They win about 15% to 20% of the time.
That's it.
Right. If you look at the last few years, the favorites haven't won. Other really good teams have won. So there's a number of teams that have a really good chance of making it all the way.
Wisconsin beat Kentucky a few years ago.
Exactly.
Kentucky was picked to win the whole thing. So
Have you filled out your bracket?
I haven't. I've been busy talking about how I'm going to fill out my bracket.
TikTok. It starts in a couple hours. Don't some teams play today?
You have till Thursday morning.
No.
They don't count these games.
Oh, they don't count the first ones? All right.
Give me a little bit of a break there.
Let's do one.
Okay,
See how
we can do that.
Completely uneducated.
That would be us.
We'll see how we do.
that.
All right.
Well, good luck.
Well, thank you.
Hope your teams win.